just having another person out there with great defensive instincts on that end has really helped us, and something that we missed at the guard position. So, it's helped.
Hey, for you individually, it seemed like you were able to match the production that you were having as a starter, even though coming off the bench. How much is your mindset evolved to regardless of kind of your starting, going back to the bench, back and forth as it's been for you the last couple of weeks?
Just because I just got to control what I can control. I can't control if I start, come off the bench, shoot the ball, whatever. I just control what I can control, and that's where I'm at right now.
Dave?
What do you think of Damian Jones' debut for you guys today?
Man, I think he's got a shot to be here if he can just do what he did out there. Be a lob threat, got a big time block. I don't know how many minutes he played, but might have been 7-8 minutes, but had 3 rebounds in that time, and that's a good rebounding rate. So if he can do those things in small stints.
So great from three-point range in that first half, 9 of 20. How important is that for you guys to kind of reestablish yourselves behind the arc, like you did that first month of the season?
Yeah, it's just staying with the work. We talked every game since, we haven't shot well, that, we're going to keep shooting, we're going to get good shots, and we just got to step up and knock them down. And we did so early tonight, and I think a lot of it was us just having good ball movement, having good synergy within the team, getting good shots. I don't think any of them were super highly contested. They were all kind of created from, from people passing to teammates and creating assists. So just got good offense, good shots, and they went in.
That's 2 games in a row now where you've held the opponent under 100. Obviously, no Anthony Davis. How important is that for you guys as a team to say, you know what, we need to clamp down defensively, and we've done it against 2 pretty good offenses?
Yeah, it's really just about us, being consistent, and that's an effort piece. That's a mental piece. That's a strategy, a game plan thing. It's just about us making sure that we're holding ourselves accountable. And like we said, we hit a little rough patch where we lost a couple games in a row, and we were just disconnected here or there on a couple possessions, and it led to more. So we're really just trying to play it. Every possession's a new possession, and just play as hard as we can and live with the results. And I think we're doing a good job of that the last 2 games.
A lot has been made lately about LeBron's playing time. He had only 24 minutes tonight. That's a season low for him. What does that mean to you?
I don't know. We won the game. If he plays 24 minutes and we win, then I think that's a good thing.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Dave McMenamin.
Hey, Alex, I asked Kuz about Damian Jones as well, and he said, if he does what he did tonight, like, he could stick around. I wanted to know what you felt about that screen he set for you to open up the lane for you the first time you guys took the court, and your first impressions of Jones.
Yeah, I've played against Damian a couple of years in college, so I know what he brings to the table. Great rebounder, shot blocker, lob threat, finisher around the rim, and I know he's a good dude, great teammate. So that that goes a long way with guys trying to make teams, and he went out and did what he does well. I think that's probably his best strength is he just kind of sticks to what he does well and tries to make the best of it. And like you said, came in and was productive tonight. And we haven't had any practices with him. He's had a couple meetings with the coaches to get a little bit of information, but other than that, just went out there and played hard. And I thought he did a great job.
For you that the defense is doing what you're looking for and kind of executing at a high level?
I think the communication and deflections are the first thing. How active we are weak side. We had last 2 games we're playing against players in Dame and Steph that require double teams constantly all night. So you really have to be active, and I think the communication and deflections are the 2 biggest factors for me.
And then just generally without AD, LeBron was talking about, of course it's going to take a little time to find the rhythm and for guys to know how much to step up and where. What have you seen on that front over these last 2?
Yeah, we sort of tweaked and adjusted each game that's gone by, whether we're winning or losing, and just look for for subtle ways to adjust what we're doing and find a little bit of a new identity. You know, obviously you lose somebody like Anthony, you change somewhat. You know, so we're continuing to work through that, and we'll continue to adjust. And you know, it's been great to have Dennis back in the lineup the last 2 games, give us a huge lift.
I think Dennis was something like plus 38, if I'm looking at that.
32.
Plus 32, just some absurd number. Most of it in the first quarter. Was it just his pace, you think, or sort of his overall sort of rust on both sides of the I don't know if that's a good word or not, but what was it?
Well, our starters played terrific. You know, I think that's a part of it. Every time you look at the plus minus, it's, you know, it's the player, but it's also the group that he's out there with. And you know, I think our starters had a mindset to you know, make sure we took care of business against a team that stole one last time they were here, and really came out motivated in that first quarter.
Like, how do you feel about the job you do punching the clock when you win the game and you only have to play LeBron James 24 minutes?
I sleep better at night, that's for sure. You know, we want to make sure that we're managing him the best we can. He wants to be in there, and you know, you respect that about him. So you know, you just got to make sure that, you know, as the games go by, you try to stay away from overtime. You know, that's been the biggest problem with the minutes for us is all the overtime games that we've had. But you know, you welcome nights like this where you can keep those minutes low.
The key defensively, not just tonight, but going back to that Portland game, has there been something that's worked collectively there on that end?
You know, one thing about it, we do a good job of taking our film sessions and applying it to the game situation. I think tonight in the Portland game was 2 of those instances where we knew that we didn't play you know, the way we're capable of defensively, and you know, we watched a lot of film. We broke down some things, able to get on the floor as well at our practice facility and walk through some things, go over some things, and I think it's helped us the last 2 games.
I guess that you could almost think of the same question with AD being out. If you guys just found finally, I should say finally, right, about 5 games. If you found some sense of rhythm there and guys knowing where they need to be and where they need to step up around you?
I think, yeah. I mean, listen, when you lose a mega piece like AD, it's going to take some time, both offensively and defensively, how we want to play, and you know, and what's going to be our rhythm and how we get into our rhythm. And I think, you know, over the last few games, we've done a good job of trying to, you know, this is where we're going to have the ball. This is how we're going to be effective. This is what we need to run, and how we're going to, you know, benefit from one another. And I also think that, you know, guys knowing when they're going to play, they knowing the rotations, things of that nature. So guys are just staying ready. Obviously, you always got to stay ready, but you know, guys know their rotations, and it's worked out a lot for us.
LeBron, you told us that you were going to find a way to figure this thing out because you always tweak your game to what your team needs. And the eye test for me the last couple of games is you play with more physicality and turning defensive plays into offensive opportunities. Has that been the game plan, or is that just what has presented itself these last couple of games?
It's my job to, like you said, to figure it out, and on both sides of the floor. And I think defensively, I've just been a little bit more active. You know, trying to be in the right position where that it benefit our team, benefit myself. But I've just been flying around, and it's helped out our team, and everyone's been flying around. It's helped me out as well too. So, you know, I'm definitely not okay with losing, and so it's my job to figure it out what's going to be the best for our team, and you know, we've done a good job of that the last 4 games.
LeBron, before the game, I asked you to kind of, you know, huge expert in front of this team, right? You've done it as players and coach a bunch of different times. He said that he thought this might be the hardest circumstance, with no fans, with game stacks on each other, any team trying to. Curious, when you look at this past month, what does that tell you about how tough this is going to be, and how do you think you guys kind of think through it?
I mean, it's been extremely tough. I mean, you have to literally like self-motivate yourself every single day. You know, and it's very tough because you're playing every other day, if not back-to-backs, and it's not much downtime. So, you know, you have to like motivate yourself. And you know, being here in California, like you said, you know, us and SAC and Eclipse and GS, we don't have the luxury of having fans right now. You know, I've been watching a lot of games of late, and
there's been 1,500, 2,000, whatever the case may be in the fans, and it just gives you an extra boost. So I'm just waiting, hopefully sooner than later. I would love for us to start having fans here in California, especially here at Staples. It's just adds so much for us, and also to see our fans too. But it's very challenging, and like I said, you just gotta have that self-discipline and that self-motivation to know that you're going out there, and you just have to be able to use your teammates, use yourself, and to get the energy.
18+ years, LeBron. What self-motivates you still?
Because at the end of the day, there's some kids out there that's still watching me. They're watching the way I play the game of basketball. They're reading the narrative of, will I be tired, or am I satisfied, and things of that nature. And I don't want to give them an excuse, no matter the circumstances. You still go out there and you still go out there and play as hard as you can. And, give your life to the game, because the game will give it back to you. So I understand I have a responsibility that's beyond myself when I hit the floor.
Okay, last three, Condon.
Hello, LeBron. Obviously, you guys played Portland in the playoffs last year, and Golden State is a team that you know well, and players that you know very well. Defensively, how much has that familiarity that you guys have, and perhaps you personally have with those players, played into the performances you've had?
We've our coaching staff has done a great job of putting together a game plan, and we've just tried to execute that. I definitely got a lot of familiarity with, obviously, with GS, and some of the players that they have on the floor, because in the last 10 years, obviously. But also, with Portland and the series that we had with them not too long ago. But, for me, I kind of always try to keep myself, familiar with whoever we're playing by watching film and diving into things that they're going to do, and just to put my team in a position to be successful.
Is it kind of fun when some of your study pays off in those anticipation steals, blocks, things like that, where it's what you study, not what you see right in front of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it puts you in front of it gives you an opportunity to be ahead of some plays as well. Some of it is read and react, and not, obviously, but to be able to be in a position where you can be there before the actual action takes place, because you've broke down the film and you watched it helps out a lot.
Bill Warren.
Sound like some crutches, didn't it?
Hey, LeBron, this is going to be a little off topic, but obviously, 17 straight All-Star games for you. Do you, I'm wondering what you remember about your rookie year when you played in the Rookie Challenge in LA, and what that first All-Star weekend experience was like for you.
It was incredible. First of all, I'm a kid from Akron, Ohio, and I was in Los Angeles for my first All-Star game. And that was an incredible, moment for myself, for my family. To be here. Obviously, I wanted to be in the All-Star game. Still kind of irks me a little bit, but I got over it. It's just being here and being around Melo and D Wade and the rest of the guys, and just being a part of the festivities, something I watched my whole life. I was like, wow, how great it'd be to be a part of All-Star Weekend, and for it to be my rookie year, and for me to be in the rookie challenge. It was something that I probably would never forget. And I got an opportunity to wear some dope shoes that night too. The Zoom Generation 1 Wheats. That's one of my favorite sneakers of all time. So I was just hyped. So it's a long time ago. It's like the Miking drill. It's so long ago. So I'm happy though.
Last question, Rashawn.
Hey, LeBron, Coach Vogel talked, he went all the way back to those overtime games and how maybe some fatigue set in for you guys during that 4-game skid. How much was a night like tonight needed where, big win and you only have to play 24 minutes?
You take it for what it is, and we was able to take care of business. So it allowed a lot of our big guys not to play many minutes.